So I just bought an ugly house and I am currently in the process of trying to make it not ugly because no one wants to live in a shithole. So right now we're gonna be starting with this whole area here because it is hideous and I think that I can make it look a lot better. So let's get started on that. So the first thing that I have to do is I need to take some joint compound and I need to skim coat all of this ugly brown area because it's got all of this hideous texture and we need to get rid of that. So now that this part is all skim coated and filled in, I really want to walk away because I absolutely hate skim coating. It sucks. But I am realizing, I'm like, if I'm wanting to paint these cabinets later, then I need to paint all of this trim the final color that the house is going to be. And I can't do that until it's skim coated and smooth because I have no intention of leaving it the way that it is now. Because there's these random like patch jobs in here that look so bad. So unfortunately for me, I think I got a skim coat up there too. It's just so ugly. That's fine, we'll fix it. Ignore the mess. We just brought over a bunch more stuff from the condo and we are still finding a home for stuff. So while I'm waiting on that to dry, I have some paint samples here that I'd like to test out. It's kind of dark as shit over here, so honestly, I'm probably not gonna get a good read on what the colors are going to end up looking like, but that's fine because it also has to dry and then you see what the color actually looks like. So we are going to test these out. And it's important that I get this done because apparently there's a massive sale on paint for like Sherwin-Williams right now, and I like Sherwin-Williams. So I have 5 different colors. I got so many swatches the other day, all these different ones. And under the Lowe's lighting, they all look white, but under normal lighting, like this is green, that's brown. So for those of you that didn't watch last week's episode, or maybe two weeks ago, something like that, this is more the look that I'm trying to go for in here. Whereas right now, obviously this is all the same like shade of white. I want some contrast, but I don't want it to be like too yellow or too brown. So I'm trying to find the perfect color. Does this say what the names are? Well, they didn't say what the names were. That's fine, we're gonna have to guess. You guys are definitely gonna get a better idea of what this looks like tomorrow with natural lighting and with it being dry. This is kind of a peachy color. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Damn, I'm looking at these like in person versus on camera, and on camera they look at least 2 to 3 times darker than they are in person, and it has to do something with, I'm sure, the light that the lens is able to pick up. And then this is the tester color for the trim. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think that I need a control group paint color. So I'm gonna go grab the paint that I use throughout the entire condo. I absolutely love this color. The only reason why I didn't immediately go with this one was because I was concerned that it wouldn't create enough of a contrast. That being said, I still absolutely love this color. I think it is the perfect like cream white. This color is called Cotton White, and I think it's by Sherwin-Williams. Okay, so now we just gotta let all these dry. We'll come back to this later. In the meantime, I got other stuff to do. So the other day, I was about to put these little like switch plate cover things on here, and I decided that I didn't want to because these little light switch thingies are ugly. So I thought to myself, you know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm going to replace them with these little clicky things. And I have never replaced one before, so we're gonna see how this goes. So I did make sure to purchase one of these non-contact voltage testers because if I'm gonna be touching these wires, I really wanna make sure that I'm not gonna electrocute myself because that doesn't sound like fun. It doesn't really tell me which direction. Oh, it just beeped. I did it correctly. For once, we're going to kind of read the instructions. To be honest with you, none of this makes sense to me. I don't even have to touch it. That's crazy. You gotta see this up close. Look at this, I don't even have to touch. This is my new favorite tool. So I'd like to take a quick pause here to say thank you to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring today's video. One thing I've been thinking about more is how much I check labels when I'm buying food for myself and how I want to feel that same kind of trust with what I'm putting in my dog's bowl. They're family, so I want their everyday food to be something I actually recognize and feel good about. That's why I have been loving Sundays for Dogs. Their beef recipe is made with real, nutrient-dense ingredients like USDA grade beef, beef heart and liver, quinoa, pumpkin, blueberries, carrots, spinach, and other superfoods. And you can actually see the texture too. It is air-dried, scoop and serve real food. So feeding time is simple without feeling like I'm compromising. Start serving them 100% meat and superfoods that they deserve. Get 30% off your first order at sundaysfordogs.com/rose30 or use my code rose30 at checkout. And again, a big thank you to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the renovation chaos. So now this means I just have to go turn off the power. I kind of want a pickle. Well, since you guys can still hear me from out here, I had a bucket filled with water earlier that I had left with plaster stuff in it because I'm lazy. And I found a bunch of mosquito larvae in it. And I was like, well, let's solve this problem right now. And I just dumped that shit all over the concrete here and they fried like eggs in a pan. It was satisfying, little f***ers. I honestly don't even know what some of these are. Garage, X-Garage, Micro Laundry. Tim's working upstairs. Maybe I should tell him to shut off his computer before I just turn everything off. Okay, hopefully one of those was correct. It was not. I think I just killed the power to the whole house. Yes, I did. Whoops. Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
You ever changed one of these before?
Yeah.
You really have? Can you look at this? You see how they're not connected to these little thingies here?
Yeah. Well, they are, but these things, if you unscrew this, you feed the wire into there and then tighten it. It doesn't wrap around the screw. It goes in there.
We are not licensed electricians, by the way, in case that's not clear. Don't try this at home.
And why are we trying it at home?
Because we're stupid. Oh, shit.
There's no oh shit until you turn the lights on and see it work.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be oh shit regardless. It's either oh shit or oh shit.
Shit.
Positivity,
Yes,
guys.
right. Happy thoughts.
Yes.
Happy, what is it? Happy light switch thoughts.
Happy light switch thoughts. Yeah.
We're going to find out what kind of oh shit this is. It's good or bad. It's an oh shit.
That's a good oh shit.
That's a good oh shit. This means we get to put a faceplate on it. For this one, yeah. And then you got like 10 more to do, Tim. It's so beautiful. It's so much better than this ugly. One luxury light switch down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 to go. Actually, there's a lot more in the house, but that's just the ones that are in the area, so.
Yeah.
So I'm briefly interrupting to let those of you that are new here know that I post videos every single Monday. So make sure that you like and subscribe. Also, any products that are used or worn will be linked. Now back to the video. So the next thing that we are going to address is in here. And I have not shown it to you guys yet because honestly, it's kind of shameful. But in any regard, welcome to the master closet. It's a disaster. Come on in. All right, so first things first, there is literally everywhere. And then, I'm just gonna turn on this light. What makes matters worse is this ugly f***ing light. But thankfully for us, I have this light fixture right here to change it with. To be completely honest with you guys, moving is so hectic. We were honestly just trying to get whatever we could into the house, and so nothing in the closet really has a home. Everything's just been thrown in here, which has actually been driving me nuts because I don't know where anything is. So we need to fix that, because listen, it's not glamorous, but you guys know how important it is to me to be honest with you guys, and I hate to admit it, but this is not the only area with clothes and everywhere. There's also clothes and all over the floor in the bedroom too. Gosh, I honestly don't even know where to start. I guess I'll have my stuff on hangers here and then put Tim's stuff there, maybe? Okay. I'm just gonna grab anything that's in front of me and just start placing it somewhere. That's a bed sheet. Don't even know why that's in here. I love how I asked Tim when I was at Costco the other day. I was like, do we need hangers? Do we need to buy more? And he was like, no, why? Because I've hung like 5 pairs of his pants and we're already like out of hangers. So some stuff's getting pulled. So this closet isn't completely organized yet, but we're gonna take a little bit of a break here because I ordered some closet organizers on Amazon. So we gotta wait for those to get here. And then once those get here, then we can finish organizing everything. So we gotta wait for that. So my little organizers got here, which means I can now finally get all this shit off the floor. So I purchased these boxes specifically because they were super cheap and they had really good reviews. It was, I think it was like 17 bucks for 6 of them. A lot cheaper than the other ones that I was finding. Oh, that's pretty cute. I think when I change out the light, it's gonna look a lot better. So this is them. It's a little warm in here. You know what? Since Tim's stuff is all on this side, I'm just gonna move to make it a little more visually proportional. And this is not the way that our closet is going to be permanently set up. This is just temporary because we are actually planning on putting built-ins in here to make it like super chic. You know what? While I'm in here, I may as well hang this little hook thing that I purchased years ago. I bought this for my old apartment, ended up not using it. It's from IKEA. But we don't have a towel rack in here, and so I need something quick and easy to put up so we can just throw our towels on it. And this is what I've got. Great, there's a stud right here. Perfect. We'll put it right there. I know I normally on stud finders, but I actually really like this one. It's called the Stud Buddy. It was, I don't know, like 10 bucks. And it's just a really strong magnet. No fancy technology, nothing I have to charge or plug in, which I like. Here we go. Does it come with screws? No, it doesn't. Okay, because why would it come with screws? That would make sense. That's fine, I got 1,000 downstairs. Now we have somewhere to hang our towels so they're not just thrown over the tub. So our paint colors had a chance to dry. You can't even see the bottom one here, our little test subject. I honestly realized that painting just one section of the house wasn't going to give me an accurate representation of what it's going to look like everywhere. So I spent the better half of the beginning of today manically painting random swatches of the house with Tim's dad. And this is what it looks like. So we have all our swatches here and then all of the like contrasting colors here on the sides. I don't even know that you can see it on camera. And then Tim's dad suggested, he was like, why don't you just take this paint color and paint all the way around the door so you can really get kind of an idea of what it's actually going to look like. This is linen white, this is cream in my coffee, and then plus all of these different swatches. But that's not the only thing we painted. We also painted the front living room too. Also painted here, this section, and this section. And at this point, I was concerned that the colors were looking a little bit dark, especially because it's up against this like Swiss coffee white color. It made everything look super dark. Basically, my main concern was that we were gonna have this hideous brown color, and then I was gonna paint it white and then go back to that hideous brown. So then I painted it over here, and it looked even darker over here. So then we were like, screw it, let's just paint it on this hideous brown color in hopes that it will actually be lighter than the brown color that is there, if that makes sense. I was basically concerned that I was just gonna end up painting it the same hideous color that we started with. So needless to say, I am no longer concerned that any one of these colors is just as dark as this hideous brown is. I was just really confused looking at it on the white. It makes everything look super dark. So anyways, we have our paint color. Let me show you what we landed on. Ta-da! We are back to square one. This color had some time to grow on me, and after we actually painted around the door frame and painted the two doors Chantilly lace, which this is the color white we're gonna go with for the doors and the trim. After having painted these and gone over like the perimeter of it, I decided that this was the right color. And I had Tim look at it and he liked it and Tim's dad liked it. So it looks like we have a winner. So that being said, now that I've spent the time to figure out what the paint color is going to be, that means that next week this is going to be primed and painted, and I'm going to frame out every one of these windows, which I think is gonna make it look insanely better. I feel like it's gonna take this space from being kind of meh to it's a special feature of the house. I think I should also like make my own custom bench seating area here too. I think that would look really good. Unfortunately, I don't have time right now to do this because I have other things that I need to complete right now. So now that this closet is more organized, now I can change this hideous light fixture. And because you can never be too careful, there's no electricity. Oh, there's only one light bulb in here. How do I get this down though? There's all, I don't want to touch this because this is fiberglass. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna be careful with this. I got Tim downstairs switching out the light switches. I wonder who's gonna be faster. Okay, now we can test it out. Oh, it does. There's only one light bulb in there though. I just realized that. That's okay. I'll just get another one later. For now, I'm glad that there is a better, not so ugly light fixture in here. And this one's gonna go in the trash.
I'm giving you a quick watermelon update because Dad's asleep. These two are great. These are the two that we transplanted. They're doing great. The other ones are completely dead. These just died and those never sprouted. Also, Dad took the liberty of cutting down a whole bunch of stuff. Trimmed up the rose bushes. No, they're not dead. You just trim them back and they don't get unwieldy, but they will grow back. They're not dead. These we kept and Dad pretty much demolished everything else. Also found a fence. There's a fence in there, in that bush. No idea why. Finding bunches of stuff. So these three are dead. You can see them where they were. They're there. The ones here. This one maybe isn't completely dead, but they definitely aren't sprouting like they were.
There's all these little sprouts. What's this?
I have no idea.
I have no idea what that is.
I have absolutely no idea what that is.
How many watermelon seeds did you plant?
3, but they're not here. The seeds we planted over there.
Oh.
These are the ones that you see the little pods from your hydroponic station. That's these.
Oh, it's kind of sad that the ones that, oh, hi Reggie. The ones that you planted are dead, but yet this random can sprout.
Yeah, the seeds that we specifically planted to grow aren't growing, but other stuff is.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah. Oh well.
Well, that's all we got time for today, folks, unfortunately. No. Why?
You're supposed to water the roses.
No, we're killing the roses. Those bushes are f***ing ugly. Put that f***ing thing down. So that's all we got time for today, folks.
I wasn't aiming at you. I'm watering the watermelon. Why are you so jumpy?
Get out of
Why
here.
are you so jumpy?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your reminder to just dump that man. You don't need him. He kills your watermelons and then threatens to
I'm
spray you
watering
with a
the
hose.
watermelons.
Anyway, stay tuned for next week's video. Next week, we're going to be making some pretty satisfying changes, so
What are we doing next week?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, it's need to know and I don't need to know.
See you guys next week.